by light shadows reflection. Can you give brief information about it to somebody? When you will have information related to this, then you will be able to share about this information with somebody. So now I hope you are clear. What do I want to say you? Let's see a little bit information. Light. Okay. Light is connected. Light is connected with electricity. Electricity comes from chemical storage. Chemical storage is found inside the battery, inside the electric cell. This chemical storage will provide what? This chemical storage will be provided as a electricity, as a current. This current will go to electric bulb, then bulb will glow up. Am I right? So our topic is not about electricity, okay? But there is a connection about electricity. Some electricity, some a bit is a connection of electricity with light. That's why I am sharing you about electricity with this context. So electricity will be allowed with the electric bulb, then electric bulb will allow. Okay. So as a just to understand, we are taking an example of electric bulb. Also emit electric bulb also emits light. Am I right? Emit, which means come out, which means come out from their own body. Are you ready? So electric bulb will emit their own light. Are you getting? So bulb will glow up. When will bulb glow up? When will bulb glow up? When electricity will be provided throughout the filament of the bulb. Then bulb will glow up. You know? Similar in other bulbs, in other devices, in electric devices, is used what electricity is used to work on. Okay. There should be two things. There should be compulsory two things. First, source light. Second, first source light. Second, opaque object. Opaque object. One side is a source light. Source light is light is coming from source light. Will fall on opaque object. Then our eyes will be able to see the objects. Whatever we wanted to see the objects. In dark room, there is impossible to see the objects without a source light. Clear? And it happens what when we enter the dark room, then there is a no what source light. But one there is a one hole. There is a one hole up roof. Sunlight comes through hole, and the light of sunlight also on land. So whatever light is coming, that area light is falling on surface. That falling light surface we can see only that area. So this happened. This this is impossible. This happened impossible because of light fall on surface. That's and I am saying what there should be two compulsory things, at least two compulsory things to see anything. First of all, what source light. Second, about object. Whatever we wanted to see the object. Objects you can see. Okay, objects. So our eyes are able to see the objects because of light. Light falls on the object, then our eyes can see the object. Again and again, I am saying only this sentence. Our eyes will be able to see the objects when light coming from source light will fall on the objects there. Then it will be possible to see the objects. Luminous objects. Before discussion of luminous objects, we can see a little information about artificial light and about nature light. Why do we need to know about artificial light and about nature light? There will be connection of artificial light and nature light with light with luminous with the next discussion next to be discussed top word here. So artificial light. First of all, that's right that we have discussed about light. That is what light. Light. There should be two things. First, first source light, which will emit there on light. Second, one second. Second, what would second be? Object. What you are wanted to see the object. So object. Second is object. Object could be transparent, could be opaque object, and could be what translucent. So we will discuss about the transparent, translucent, and opaque object after the discussion of luminous objects. Light, coming light from source light will fall on object on this surface of object. It will get a reflector, bounce back. This light will enter into our eyes. Then our eyes will look the objects. That's how we see the objects with the help of light. Okay, with the help of light. Clear? Luminous objects. So before the discussion of luminous objects, we were discussion about artificial light and nature light. Artificial light this is light. Okay. Artificial light objects we are talking. Okay. We are. This is object light. This is object light. Clear? This is object light. So this type of light this type of light is made of by is made of is made by human. In other word, in other word, human made word is used. Human made word is used is used to describe it. Clear? So it is made by human. That's why this type of light is made by human. That's why it is said this type of light is said human made. Clear? To describe it, we also can use the word what named human made. Clear? Human made. For example, for example, torch, bulb, torch bulb. Let us see. Just to understand, I wrote here example torch bulb. It is clear. These are examples of artificial light. Torch is made by human, and bulb is also made by human. That's why it is word is used word artificial light. These are artificial light. Clear. So natural light. This type of light is made by. This type of light is made by what? Nature, not a human. Human. It has been. It will have been. Would have been made by nature. That's why. That's why it is named. That's why it is named what nature light. Yeah, that's why it is named nature light. So examples are sunlight, then stars. So nature light what minimum, but artificial light are more at our surrounding area. Okay. I hope apart from this, uh, you know, if you know, then further of this you can write. This was a definition of artificial light and nature light. Clear. Now it's a time to understand about luminous objects. After this discussion, we will be clear to identify objects. Which types of objects will be which type of light. Okay. Luminous object. Here I wrote only one word, luminous object. So opposite of luminous object would be what? Non-luminous object. So first we understand luminous object, then we will be clear to understand non-luminous object. So luminous objects, these are objects. We are using word objects with luminous. So now we are clear what these are objects. Objects, and here we are looking word what added with object what luminous. So it is the same. those are types of objects. Those types of objects would have their own light. Would have their own light. So, in the category of luminous objects, artificial light and natural light both are captured in the discussion of luminous objects. Are you getting? So it is the same. Those objects which would have their own light, those objects will be considered as a luminous object. Clear? So, for example, examples of luminous objects are sunlight, torch, stars, moon. Okay, marker, bird, wall, car, house. No. Marker, car, house are not examples of luminous objects. Okay. Here we are talking about objects which would have their own light. So artificial light and natural light. Okay. So torch, bulb, electric bulb. Okay. And also battery bulb, electric cell bulb. What moon? No. Moon will not be kept. Will not be defined as a luminous object. Clear? So here, sunlight, star, torch, bulb, these are examples of luminous objects. Luminous objects, those objects which would have their own light. Those can emit light from their body. Artificial lights and natural lights are examples of luminous objects. Clear? I hope we are clear. So here we said what artificial light and natural light are examples of luminous objects. So we added what examples with the discussion with the discussion of luminous objects. Clear? Now non-luminous objects. Non-luminous objects. So here, try to understand. Uh, expect, expect, accept, accept. I'm using word accept, expect means expecting to expect from somebody. But here expect, accept. No, I am not using word accept. I am using word accept. So meaning of this would be what one word we are accepting. Two things we are quitting. Okay. So accepts all examples of this. Whatever Earth would have as a object, those objects will be definition of non-luminous object. Clear? Except all these objects, whatever Earth would have as object, those objects will be definition of non-luminous objects. Clear? Non-luminous objects. Uh, so these objects won't have their own light. Their own light. Okay. They can't. This can't emit light because this type of objects can't emit light. Yeah. That's why we are saying these objects don't have their own light. So these objects won't have their own light. Uh, except objects of luminous whatever on earth would have as objects will be considered as as non-luminous object. Clear? That's it. To teach you definition of this examples. Yeah, examples are compulsory to enhance a word. Example. Uh, car, house, woman. What else? What else? Are let us see are examples of non-luminous objects. Clear? Transparent objects and translucent objects. First of all, one we understand uh, about opaque object. These are objects, so it is the same. This word is the same. There is an object. Clear? And as we discussed, what to see the objects, we should have two things, at least two things. First, source light. So source light is there here. Okay, and light coming from this source light is falling on this object. We don't know which type of object is there. We don't know. So to know which type of object is there, we are looking here. We are investigating. Okay. So we are in process. So this is a source light. This is object, and if this light is getting a reflection, so it is clear that this object is opaque object because here is happening what reflection. So if we see there is getting a reflection with on a surface of the object, so that object is what opaque object. That's why reflection is happening. Clear? Otherwise, uh, this source light is in straight line. In straight line. Straight line. Now, this light, if this light coming from source light is being blocked by this object, which means it is not giving allow to pass this light through them, through this object. So light is being blocked by the object. So it is a description of it is a describing what object your object is opaque object. That's why opaque object is that which you don't allow to pass the light, to block the light. Clear? This light will not cross through this object. This light will turn into another direction. That is what? A reflection of light. That's why we see behind this object, what shadow of this object. Why we are looking shadow of this object? Because light is not crossing through object. That's why. If light were cross through this object, then shadow we don't see. We don't see shadow of this object. This object won't be known as what opaque. So here we are looking what light is getting a reflection, getting a reflected by the object, by the opaque object, and opaque object is forming. Here shadow is being formed by the object. It is happening because light is being blocked by this object. Okay. Through another example, we can understand about it. We are here. Light source light is compulsory to see this object. We wanted to see behind this object. Now you tell me, will we be able to see the objects behind this which means behind this object? No, because light is not crossing through this object. That's why when light will go through cross this object, we will able to see then we will able to see behind this object. So light is not crossing, light is not passing, rather light is being blocked by this object. That's why we don't see from one side behind this object. It is a process. That's how we say what this object is proving, is getting proved that I am apart clear, I am clear. So let's write in a written form. Let's write in a written. Opaque object. This object don't allow to pass the light coming from source light. Clear? This light is blocked. This light is blocked. This light is blocked. That's why. That's why we don't see behind the object. That's and that's why behind the object. That's why shadow is formed. Shadow is formed by blocking the light. Clear? Next, transparent. Transparent object. So now we are going to identify this object. We understood to identify opaque object. Now let's investigate. Let's understand to now transparent object. Light. This is a source light. Light is falling on this object, and now this object is giving allowed to pass this light. So here there is a there no one is a no one is a so here light is not being blocked by this object. So it explains, it describes about a word named transparent. We are here, we are able to see the objects, we are able to see behind these objects, to see area behind these objects. So this is happening, like this is happening because of this is a transparent object. So that's why we are able to see the object, and that's why light is passing through the object. Okay, all this is happening like this because of object is transparent. Clear? Object allows to pass the light. To pass the light. Light is not blocked. Light is not blocked. That's why we are able to see. We are able to see behind the behind this object. That's why shadow we don't see shadow of this because light crosses through this object. Here, next translucent. Translucent object. Next is a translucent object. Shri try to understand carefully. They are here. So here something light coming from source light. This is something light will be blocked by this object, and same by this object something light coming from the source light will be allowed by this object. So light will cross, will pass through this, but something light will not cross. That's why we see behind this object what is something shadow. That something we see shadow formed by this object, and something we don't see shadow behind this object. So it happened because of translucent object. Translucent object tells us what I will allow to pass the something light, but something light I will not allow to pass something light, but whereas I will allow to pass the something light, the something coincident. Okay, this describes that something light will be allowed, something light will be allowed by it, whereas something light will be blocked by this object, by this objects. That's why blocked area. That's why shadow is seen by behind it by blocked light. Why blocked light? By blocked light. Clear? These types of objects will be kept in the category of translucent. Shadows shape size. It's a time to understand about shadows shape size. So some, I think so. A bit information we have discussed about the shadow. So shape and size, it is a compulsory to understand. Shadows give us a additional information such as shape, size. So shape of object could be different, which means shape of shadow of a original object will not tell, will not discuss a real shape of their object. Shape of a shape of shadow of object could be different shape, could be different shape as they are original. They are original in shape. Clear? Uh, in our childhood, we used to play with our friends. But by making this hand, and we see what shadow behind it. Light is coming on this. Light is falling on this hand, on the surface of this hand, and light is getting a reflected into another direction. That's why shadow is being formed. Shadow is formed behind this hand. So here we see what the shape of this hand is not the real shape of this hand. Sometimes we can see. So some shape of object could be different shape. That shape will not discuss of their original shape. Clear? Shape and size. Size, distance you can say. So it depends on distance. In darker room, there is a light. Now shadow of this. So source light is near in front of this object. Shape size of this object will be larger because because the light source is kept kept near behind in front of this object. That's why size of this this object, size of shadow of this object will be in a large form. Whereas we put this source light far away, far from this object here. Okay, we are putting here this is source light. Source light is here and the object is here. Now light is falling on this object. Now size of shadow of this object will be in a smaller because we put this is source light far, more far, and as much as far we will put this short light, size of a shadow of this object will get in a small size. Okay, so it depends on distance between source light and opaque object. Clear? Bent pipe. Bent pipe is an interesting example to understand about light travels in straight line. It is a very interesting point, and it will be easy to understand by by discussion band pipe activity. Band pipe activity. Can you tell 1 second? Uh, Band pipe. Through this experiment, we will try to understand will light travel in a straight line or not. This is a candle, but this is a flame candle. Candle is burning. So in other words, it is flame candle. This candle is a flame candle. This is a pipe. This is pipe in straight line. Our eyes is here. Our eyes is here. Got it? Now tell me, will our eyes be able to see the flame candle by the help of paint pipe? And what what does it describe? Try to understand. To see the flame candle, we have taken pipe to check to investigate that light travels in a straight line or not. My answer would be yes. Light light is traveling in a straight line throughout the inside the pipe, inside this pipe. Light is going in a straight line because of pipe is straight. That's why we can see this flame candle by this straight pipe, and light is and also because of light is traveling in a straight line. That's why. So as we know, there are two compulsory things. What first of all light and second object. So here we were trying to investigate what by pipe to investigate to understand will light travel in straight line or not. Clear? So here we understood that this pipe is straight and light is going in straight inside this pipe. That's why our eyes are able to see the flame candle. So when will happen? When will we say it is impossible to see the that it is impossible to see the flame candle? When this will be found, this pipe will be found as bent. This is a bent pipe. Now our eyes can't see this flame candle. Can't see this flame candle. Clear? Light is going like this, then it will reflect. It will get reflected like this. So our eyes can see this part only. Further, this part our eyes can't see. Our eyes will not be able to see. Clear? I hope we are clear. So light is not traveling in a straight line. That's why we are not able to see the object. And, pipe is in bend shape. If we want to see the objects, then light should travel in a straight line. light should travel along a straight line. Then it will be possible to see the objects. Clear? So I hope let's understand about mirrors and reflections. Mirrors and reflections. There are a lot of are there a lot of mirrors? No, there are three types of mirror, and these three types of mirror are being used in market, in our house, in a wedding place. There are three types of mirrors. First, plane mirror. Second, concave. Third is convex mirror. Third is convex mirrors. Mirrors and reflections. With the discussion of mirrors, we will try to understand a reflection. A reflection. Got it? We are talking about mirror. Before you go to a school, before you go to college, you see your image inside the mirror. Does it happens or not? Happen or not with you? Yeah. So can you tell why are we looking our image inside the mirror? Our mind can ask. And in our mind, when somebody asks to you, why why are images being formed in the mirror? This happens when there is a light in a room, and light is falling on mirror. Okay, light is falling on mirror. Then it will get reflect, and this light will enter into our eyes. Into our eyes. That's why into our eyes. That's why we see what our image inside the plane mirror. Inside the plane mirror. Clear? Uh, it is said what incident ray. It is said a reflected ray because here happened what a reflection of light. That's why it is said what reflected light, reflected ray. Clear? So rather than passing through this plane mirror, it will get turned into another direction. Changes of direction light is considered as a reflection. Okay, as a reflection mode. So this light is not a reflection. This light is a reflection because it hits on the surface of the object, then it will get a reflect, and then we see what reflection of the object inside the water, inside the polished material, inside this shiny material. Clear? We wanted to do now mirrors. So behind this mirror is this mirror what opaque, transparent, and translucent. Which type of mirror is there? This is mirror, but which type of mirror? So this is opaque object mirror. Opaque mirror. So to prove it, what this is opaque object. So how can it be proved that it is opaque mirror? We see behind this plane mirror what painted area. So painted area is which you don't allow to pass the light coming from source. So painted area is describing about a power forward. Here, so behind the mirror is a painted area. That's why this mirror is considered is defined as a part object. I have to get it. A reflection we understood. Changes of direction after hitting on the surface of the objects, we say it is a getting a reflection. It is a reflection of light. It turns into another direction after hitting on a surface of the object. Here, this was a meaning of a reflection. This was a description of the mirror. There are three types of mirror. First, plane mirror. About plane mirror, we understood, but something we have left. Something we have left. What? We are here. We are in front of a plane mirror. Our image will be formed by plane mirror. Will be equal in distance, in size, will be equal. But left part and right part of our body will appear in the mirror opposite. We raise a right hand, then we can see inside the mirror our image will be raised. Our image would be raising what right hand. So this happens. Okay, this happens. This is a difference. But we are in front of plane mirror, distance around 15 centimeter. Then also behind the mirror, my image in front of plane mirror. Between this distance would be similar, same 15 centimeter. So distance is the same. Distance is the same as we are in original in front of a plane mirror with a distance of 15 centimeter. Similar, inside the mirror, our image will be with 15 centimeter in front of a plane mirror. This is a same distance. Clear? Then size, distance, size will be equal. Size will be equal. There will be no difference. Size will be equal. Yeah, concave and convex. In concave discussion, in convex discussion, could be what size of objects in large form and a small form. Okay, image of the object. So now we are moving on the on another on other object on other discussion. Light travels along a straight line. We understood about it. So first of all, let's write in a written form uh, regarding this about it. What have we looked about mirrors? Went back. Can we write a small little information? No. Mirrors. Mirrors. Image formed by light falls on this surface of object, it turns into other direction. We are in front of mirror. We are in front of mirror. This reflection light enters into our eyes. Then our eyes, our eyes are able to see the objects, to see the to see our image inside it. It happened because of light, because of reflection of light. Clear? Our image, our image is equal as object, when we say image, so we are describing what in images that are being inside mirror. Object we are describing about original object. Okay, our image is equal in size as object. Clear? Our image is equal in size as object. Similar, we are in front of a mirror, mirror with the distance of 20 centimeters. Inside the mirror, our image, our image will be in front of a mirror with a distance of with the distance of 20 centimeters, which means the distance are equal. Okay, distance are equal. Of left and right part of a human would appear opposite. Would appear right and left. Left. We we arrange our left hand, but we see our image arrays arises right hand. Okay, this was. Then reflection. Light travels along a straight line. I hope we are clear about it. What light travels in a straight line. This is a, this this is an example to understand. This is an example of activity band pen. Through activity of band pen, we can understand that light is traveling in a straight line or not. Reflection of light. Uh, we also know what we see reflection of objects inside water, inside what mirror. When light falls on objects, the image of this object can be seen in the mirror. Yeah, we already know. We already know. So, what else? Something different. Something different. Image object. Look. Image of the object and object. Object. What kind of object will be considered as a object, and what kind of image will be considered as image? As image. Clear? As image. So whatever we see, reflection of a object inside the mirror, that image of a original object, those images will be considered as a image. Those images will be used as a word. What image? Clear? Where are we? We are where? Uh, image. Image is the same inside the mirror. This type of image, this image is of original. This image is of original object. This image is of original object. Clear? And to describe it, we use image word. To describe it, we use image word. That's it. Object. We are in front of mirror. We are in front of the mirror. So we are object. Okay, we are object. We will be considered as a original object. We will be considered as original object. As original object. We are object. We will be considered as the original object. We see our duplicate object we see our duplicate object in the mirror in the mirror which is what, which is image, which is image, which is image object here. I hope now we are clear about image and object. Ambulance word. Ambulance word is written in a strange manner on ambulance vehicle. Why? Why is it like this written on ambulance vehicle in a word in strange manner? Ambulance word. Ambulance word is written in strange manner so that next to this vehicle, next to next to this vehicle can see uh, ambulance by help of side mirror. Side mirror is a convex mirror. Okay. When a vehicle next next of the ambulance, next vehicle to the ambulance, this vehicle driver, when will when this vehicle driver will see in side mirror, in his side mirror, written ambulance word in a strange manner, that vehicle person can see in correct way inside the side mirror, and this side mirror is named what, convex mirror. Convex mirror, clear? So mirror explains, mirror says what text will be in a strange manner, in a strange manner. So if you wanted to see in correct way the text, then you would have written in a strange manner. Then you will see in correct way inside the mirror. Clear? In our t-shirt, on our t-shirt, we see what text. When we are in the front of a mirror, then our text inside the mirror is in what, strange manner. Strange manner. Strange manner. So it is happening because of mirror. Mirror is doing like this. What can we do? What can we do? Clear? Playing with spherical mirrors. Now it came, that is very interesting point. Spherical. In shape, this is a spherical. This is a shape of a spherical. Am I right or no? Am I right or not? Am I right or not? With playing, playing with spherical mirrors, we try to investigate. We try to find out concave mirror and convex mirror. When we cut this spherical mirror, then we get two types of shape like this. Alright, this is a painted area. This is a painted area. We are talking about what mirror. So behind the mirror would be what should be painted area. This Vex area of a spherical is explaining about what remember convex mirror. This is a cave. This is a cave. That's why it is said what concave mirror. Clear? This is a Vex. This is a upper. This is the upper surface of a spherical mirror. It is described what as a convex mirror, but it is a lower surface of the spherical mirror that explains about the concave mirror. Cave, which means what lower surface of the object. This is a way to identify concave mirror and convex mirror. Whenever we see like this figure, this type of parallel line, you can say lines will explain painted area. Okay, but without a painted area, we will explain about the mirrors. This upper surface of the object is explaining about the convex mirror, but lower surface of the object is explaining about concave mirror. This was a way to identify mirrors. Plane mirror. Plane mirror will be plane mirror. Plane mirror will be plane. Smooth. Yeah. Concave mirror, convex mirror. I hope we are clear. When we see inside a concave mirror, then our image, if we are far in front of a concave mirror, our image will be in our image will be in a small size, and it may be inverted. We are near in front of a concave mirror, then our image would be in large size and would be inverted. And concave mirror is used by doctors and in other works also concave mirror is being used, and concave mirror is used in other work. So doctors use concave mirror to see the disorder inside the patient to use by using concave mirror. Concave mirror will help to the doctor to see any disorder inside the patient in larger form. Now convex mirror. Convex mirror is used for traffic lights, and convex mirror is used as a side mirror of a vehicle. Driver of a vehicle can see back view in a large in a uh, uh, vehicle mirror can see back view a lot of area of back view by help of side mirror. So side mirror is a convex mirror. Convex mirror says what I will cover a lot of area. Don't worry you don't worry. I will cover, and you can see by using me a lot of area behind you. This is a description of convex mirror. This is a description of convex mirror. So also in other places convex mirror is used, but it was just an example to understand uses of concave and convex mirror. So when driver looks inside the side mirror, then they see what a lot of they see a lot of area, and also images are formed by convex mirror is in a small, and it could be real and it could be virtual virtual. When we see inside the mirror, inside the plane mirror, then images are real. Virtual, no, our images are not real inside the mirror. No. But convex mirror could be real, but most of time we, we don't see our real image inside the mirror, inside the mirror. Yeah, most of time we see what our virtual image inside the mirror. It can happen. It can happen. So let's try to understand about concave lens and convex lens. There are a lot of lens. Concave lens. Concave lens. Concave lens is in this shape, and convex this is. So at the middle position of this will be thick, in shape. Whereas here we are clear to identify uh, will this be thick or thin, thick or thin, thick or thin. Clear. When we touch middle of this convex mirror, we will feel what thin surface. When we touch this concave mirror, we will feel what thin surface. Clear. Concave mirror, light is falling like this. This is a convex. Okay, light is falling like this. Now it will cover covers. It will cover at a point like this. That's why it is said converging lens. It is said converging lens. But whereas it is used in torch, uh, it is used in torch. It is used in bulb. This concave lens. And our eyes, in our eyes, is found what convex lens. This type of lens. A lot of rays light enter into our eyes. Then here, our mind is able to tell us image of a object. Clear. And here, a lot of here through a hole, a light emit out. A light emits out like this, like this. Okay, like this. So a light emit, a light emit through the help of concave lens. It will diverge the light. It will this lens will diverge the light. That's why it is said, in other words, what diverging lens. This convex lens is said, in other words, converging lens, because it covers all the rays light, but it diverges the all rays light. Clear? I hope we are clear. In our eyes, convex lens as a laser is found. I hope now we are clear. Let's look a little bit on the discussion of the sunlight and light. Sunlight is referred as a white. White has a seven color: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. These are alphabet to understand. These are alphabet to keep remember all seven lights that are found in one light. That is what white. Light is also considered as a white because white has a seven light. Okay. By using prism, we can see seven lights by using prism. One light that is what white. We are holding this light on this prism. Prism is a transparent object. It will split the light. Okay. Now this is crossing through this prism. It will split in seven colors. Uh, Seven colors are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Clear? You can also do in real to check out that it happens or not. We say seven colors or not by doing this. Clear? That's all inside this lecture.